Life, Elementary Students' Book. John Hughes, with Helen Stevenson and Paul Dummett. Published by National Geographic Learning. A Cengage Learning Company. Copyright 2024.
What's your name?
David Dubélé.
Where are you from?
The USA. I'm a photographer for National Geographic.
I really like this photo.
Yes, it's in Milne Bay.
And who's the diver in the photo? What's her name?
Her name's Dinah Halstead.
Where's she from?
She's from Papua New Guinea. She's a diver and she's also a photographer.
What's your name?
My name's Beverly Hubert.
What's your job?
I'm a photographer for National Geographic. My photos are in National Geographic magazine. And I'm also an explorer and filmmaker.
Who is the man in the photo?
That's Derek. He's my husband. He's also an explorer and a filmmaker.
Where is the photo?
It's in Botswana.
Are you from Botswana?
No, we aren't. We're from South Africa. But most of the time, we're in Botswana.
Is Botswana your favourite country?
Yes, it is.
Hello. What is your name?
My name's Carlos Pinilhos.
Are you married?
Yes, I am. My wife's name is Sally. She isn't here today.
What's her job?
She's a teacher. I am also a teacher.
Are you both from Brazil?
No, we aren't. I'm from Brazil, but Sally is from Ireland.
And how old are you?
I'm 36.
Is Sally also 36?
No, she isn't. She's 37.
1,
I'm 31.
2. Are you from China? 3,
Yes, I am.
4. No, I'm not. 5,
Her name's Helena.
6. Yes, you are. 7,
We aren't from Mexico.
8. We're from Italy. 9,
No, he isn't.
10. Is he married?
Good afternoon. Are you in Vietnam for work or a holiday?
For work. I'm a photographer.
I see. What's your address in Hanoi?
We're at the Hanoi Hotel.
We?
Yes, I'm with my husband and 2 children. But they're already at the hotel.
Is your husband also a photographer?
Yes, he is. But he isn't in Hanoi for work. He's here for a holiday.
1.
Jane Goodall is famous for her films of animals. She's in over 40 films. Now her grandchildren work with Jane in Tanzania. Jane's grandson is Merlin, and her granddaughter is Angel.
2.
Tom and Phoebe Fitz are father and daughter. Tom's a filmmaker. His films are about animals and nature. Tom's daughter is Phoebe. She's a photographer, and she also works with her father.
3.
Austin and Westin Ray are sisters. Austin and Westin's films are about people all over the world. For example, their film 24 Hours of Daylight is about life in Iceland, and Island Earth is in Hawaii.
1. There. There. 2. He's. His. 3. It's. Its. 4. Are. 5. Your.
1.
My name's Fabian.
2.
Her sister is Claire.
3.
Their cousins are Juliet and Jane.
4.
His grandparents are dead.
5.
Is your name Sylvain?
6.
Helen is our niece.
My family lives in the Netherlands. My mother's from Belgium, and her 3 sisters, my aunts, live there. My father's from Rotterdam, and he's a businessman. My sister's name is Julia, and she's a teacher. She's married, and her husband's called Bram. He's also a teacher. Their children are Lars and Lucas. My best friend is Peter. His father and my father have a company together.
1 billion. 1.4 billion. 3.5 billion. 5.2 billion. 8 billion. 26%. 55%. 91%. There are 8 billion people in the world. Where are the most people? How old are they? How many speak English as a second language? What are their jobs? Here are some of the answers. Population.
30% of the world's population live in 2 countries, China and India. Each country has a population of over 1.4 billion people.
City and countryside.
Today, 55% of the world's population live in cities, and 45% live in the countryside.
Jobs.
About 3.5 billion people have paid jobs. 50% of people work in services, in banks, hotels, etc. 26% are in agriculture, on farms. 24% are in industry, such as car production.
Language.
15% of the world's population speak Mandarin as their first language. 6% speak Spanish as their first language. 5% speak English as their first language. But English is a second language for 1 billion people.
Age.
The average age of all the people in the world is 30. In China, the average age is 39 years. In Nigeria, it's 17. And in Japan, it's 49.
Internet and mobile phones.
5.2 billion people in the world use the internet. 91% of people have a mobile phone.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Conversation 1.
Hello. Can I help you?
Hi. Yes, I'm a new student.
What's your name?
Matt.
Hi, Matt. My name's Rita. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What's your surname, Matt?
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Are you on my list? Can you spell that?
Sure, it's L-A-U-R-E-N-S.
That's interesting. There are 2 students with similar names.
Really?
Yes. There's another student, and her surname is Lawrence. Lawrence. Anyway, here's some information about the university and your courses. The presentation about the university starts in 1 hour.
Okay, thank you.
Conversation 2.
Hello. Can I help you? My name's Rita. I work for the university.
Hi, I'm Valerie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your surname, Valerie?
Moreau. That's M-O-R-E-A-U.
M. Mason? Moreau. Okay. Well, you're the second person here, Valerie. This is Matt. He's a new student, and he's from England. Matt, this is Valerie. She's a new student too.
Nice to meet you, Valerie.
Nice to meet you too.
Valerie, here's some information about the university and your courses. The presentation starts in an hour. See you both later.
Goodbye, Rita. And thank you. It was nice meeting you.
So, Valerie, are you from France?
Actually, no. I'm from an island in the Pacific Ocean.
New Caledonia?
That's right.
Huang Qingchun is a photographer from China. He takes photos of people in China with possessions from their homes. Often, they have possessions from the kitchen, living room, and bedroom. In this photo, you can see the man's car, his television, and 2 armchairs. And he also has a table tennis table, 5 teapots, and lots of pots. That's because he buys and sells the pots.
At home in Bucharest. Bogdan Girbovan is a photographer. He lives in an apartment in Bucharest, Romania. His apartment is on the 10th floor. All the apartments in the building have one living room, a bathroom, and a kitchen. Bogdan photographs his neighbours' apartments because he's interested in how people live. The apartments are often the same. The walls are a light colour. There's a bed on the left, a chair in the middle, and a window with curtains on the right. But there are some differences. Mrs. Iona has a large cupboard and dining table, and her cat. There's also an apartment for sale with a rug on the floor. 1,
There's a bed.
2,
There's a rug on the floor.
3,
There are 2 people in the apartment.
4,
There aren't any pictures on the walls.
5.
Is there a television?
Yes, there is. 6.
Are there any lamps?
No, there aren't. 7.
How many chairs are there?
There are 2. 8.
Are there any books?
No, there aren't.
There is a picture on the wall and a chair is under it. There's a small table between the chair and the bed, and there's a small lamp next to the bed. There are books under the table. Bogdan is in the middle of the room. There isn't a rug on the floor.
Hello. Today I'm in the north of Scotland. We're next to a mountain. It's very beautiful, but it's very cold. And I'm here with Andy Torbett. Andy, are you from Scotland?
Yes, I am. I'm from Aberdeen.
Now, Andy, you're a professional climber and you've got a rucksack with you today. What's usually in your rucksack?
Well, this is my hat. It's good because it's cold today, but it's also important when it's hot because of the sun.
I see. And what's this here?
It's a first aid kit. It's always in my rucksack.
Good idea. And what's that in your hand?
It's my camera. I take it everywhere, and these are my climbing shoes.
Right. And over there, what are those?
My gloves.
Right. They are important today. OK, so we've got everything. Let's start climbing.
Sure. Let's go.
1,
Maps.
2,
Mobile phones.
3,
Bottles.
4,
Hats.
5,
Cameras.
6,
Lives.
7,
Cities.
8,
Lunches.
9,
Chairs.
10,
Wives.
11,
Parties.
12.
Women. I see. And what's this here?
It's a first aid kit. It's always in my rucksack.
Good idea. And what's that in your hand?
It's my camera. I take it everywhere, and these are my climbing shoes.
Right. And over there, what are those?
My gloves.
1,
This.
2,
These.
3,
Keys.
4,
It.
5,
Pink.
6,
Green.
7,
Big.
8,
Read.
South Korea. South Korean. China. Chinese. Japan. Japanese. Thailand. Thai. Scotland. Scottish. Vietnam. Vietnamese. India. Indian. Brazil. Brazilian. Where is your phone from?
For many people, a phone is their most important possession. But they probably don't know which country it's from. In fact, the question, "Where is your phone from?" isn't easy to answer. For example, an iPhone is an American product, but many of its phones are made in China and India. And Samsung is a South Korean company, but most of its phones are from factories in other countries. Also, there are over 300 different parts in your phone, and these parts are from all over the world. In other words, it's a global product.
Glass screen.
The company Corning has factories on the continents of South America, Europe, and Asia. It makes the glass screens on the front of the iPhone.
Camera.
Sony is a big producer of phone cameras. 90% of its cameras are from factories in Thailand. But Sony is a Japanese company with its headquarters in Tokyo.
Battery.
A lot of batteries in different phones are from one company, Samsung. Its headquarters is in Seoul, in South Korea. But the company makes batteries in other countries.
Sound.
The sound in your phone is from an audio chip. These audio chips are often from a company with offices and factories in the US and the UK.
Case.
When all the different parts are ready, they go to one country and into a case. For example, the parts for an iPhone normally go to a Chinese or Indian company. Most Samsung phone cases are from Vietnamese factories, but also from factories in India and Brazil. $1, $2.50, $31.35, $90.99, $111.11.
1.
$3.25.
2.
499 euros.
3.
280 yen 50.
Conversation 1.
Hello. Can I help you?
Yes, these bags are nice, but they're very small. Are there different sizes?
Yes, there are. These ones are large.
Right. Is there a medium size?
No, only 2 sizes.
OK. And are there other colours?
Yes, these ones are red.
Oh, yes. Those are nice. How much are they?
They are $19.35.
Conversation 2.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like a coffee, please.
Large or small?
A large one, please.
That's £3.50.
Conversation 3.
Hello, can I help you?
Hello, I'd like a ball, please.
A football? A tennis ball?
Sorry, a football.
Well, the footballs are here.
Are they all black and white?
No. There are also ones for different football teams. So this one is red and blue for Barcelona.
Is there a red one for Manchester United?
No, there isn't. Sorry.
Oh. OK, that one, please.
This one?
Yes, please. How much is it?
It's €21.
Flinders Street train station is in the centre of Melbourne, in Australia. The times of the trains are on these clocks. Every day of the week, over 100,000 people walk under them. It's the most famous place in the city. When people in Melbourne say, "Meet me under the clocks," everyone knows where this is.
1.
It's 6 o'clock.
2.
It's 3:30.
3.
It's 9:25.
4.
It's 4:45.
5.
It's 2:03.
6.
It's 12:02.
Car-free areas.
Many people in cities have cars, but pollution is often a problem. So some city centres around the world don't have cars. These car-free places are areas for people, bikes, and public transport only.
Barcelona.
1.6 million people live in Barcelona, and there are 7 million tourists every year. The city is beautiful, but noisy, with thousands of cars. But now the city has superblock areas. These are streets with no cars. There are trees and green areas, so people go there for a break at lunchtime or after work.
Tokyo.
In the Ginza area of Tokyo, there are no cars at weekends. This modern car-free area is very popular, and people like shopping there, so it's always crowded with hundreds of people.
Bogota.
In the past, Bogota was polluted because there was lots of traffic. Now, the city centre is mostly car-free, and the air is clean. Many people don't have a car, and 500,000 people go to work by bus every morning. There are also new bike lanes through many parts of the city.
Melbourne.
In some cities, people don't like shopping in the centre. But in Melbourne, Burke Street is popular because there are lots of great shops and no cars. It's expensive, but lots of people eat lunch in the small cafes.
Do you have a car in London?
No, I don't. I go everywhere by bike.
Really? Where do you live?
In the city centre.
Is it expensive?
Yes, it is. Well, the shops are expensive, but there are lots of free places like art galleries and museums.
Sounds great. Do you like art?
Yes, I do. And I like the theatre. The city has great theatres.
I'm sure. And what do you do?
I'm a student at university, and I work in a restaurant at lunchtimes. It's popular with tourists, so it's crowded every day.
So you're very busy. What time do you finish work?
At about 3 o'clock. After work, I go home, or in the summer, I go to the parks. I really like the parks in London. They're beautiful and quiet. I often meet friends there or study.
1.
Ray Wynne Grant is a National Geographic explorer and a scientist. She studies animals, and especially bears. She has an office, but she doesn't work there very often. She normally works outside in mountains and forests and studies the animals there.
2.
Luca Meyer is 17. He's a student from Switzerland. It's his last year at school and he has exams soon. Next year, he wants to travel around the world, so at the weekend, he works in a shop for extra money.
3.
Soledad Perez is a tour guide in Paris. She doesn't live in Paris, but she takes tourists around the city center. Soledad speaks French and Spanish, so she often works with tourists from Spain and South America.
1,
Works.
2,
Lives.
3,
Finishes.
4,
Studies.
5,
Meets.
6,
Starts.
7,
Speaks.
8,
Teaches.
9,
Goes.
10.
Travels.
1.
Ordinal numbers. First, second, third, fourth.
2.
Cardinal numbers. 1.5 billion. 1.1 billion. 610 million. 48 million. 60. 559. Places and languages. A.
The language with the most speakers is English, with 1.5 billion speakers. So it's in first place. Mandarin in China is in second place, with 1.1 billion speakers. In India, there are different languages, but Hindi is third. 610 million speak Hindi. Around 48 million people live in Spain, and about 60% of people in Latin American countries also speak Spanish. So Spanish is in fourth place, with 559 million speakers.
B.
Only around 380 million people are first language speakers of English. But English is a second language for over 1 billion other people. For example, they don't speak English at home, but they speak English for doing business, reading the news, or studying science and medicine. In some countries, English is not the first language, but it is the official language for the government. It is also the language of education in many universities and schools.
C.
About 50% of the world's population speaks these big 4 languages, and the other 50% speaks 6,996 languages between them. The reason is that many countries have lots of different languages. For example, on the islands of Vanuatu in the South Pacific Ocean, there are 65 different islands, and they have 138 different languages between them.
D.
Unfortunately, the world loses one language every 2 weeks. One reason is because lots of younger people only speak one of the big languages. They don't learn the languages of their parents and grandparents. For example, Katrina Esau is from South Africa. She's aged 90 and is the last speaker of a local language called Ngqu. She tries to teach a few words to her grandchildren because she says, "I love my language. I love the Ngqu language a lot, and because of that reason, I don't want it to die. I want it to live on."
Hello. We'd like to go to the aquarium. Is it near here?
It's about 15 minutes away. But you go past some interesting places on the way. So, look at this map.
Mm-hmm.
Go straight up Decatur Street, and then up Marietta Street. Go across Spring Street, and take the first street on the right. Centennial Olympic Park is on the corner. It's very nice. Go across the park, and on the right, there's the World of Coca-Cola.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yes, it is. Go past it, and the aquarium is opposite.
Great. Thanks a lot.
1.
Well, in my free time, I go shopping. I go every Saturday with friends, and we go to the city center. We also have lunch at our favorite shopping mall. It's fun.
2. I'm a student at university. After a long day, I go swimming. Our university has a swimming pool, so I go about 3 times a week. It's relaxing to swim on my own.
3.
In my free time, I play tennis with my brother. We play early in the morning because Dubai is hot during the day. Tennis is good exercise before we go to work.
100% identical? Identical twins have the same eyes and the same hair. But do they like doing the same things? What do they do in their free time? The Kit twins.
Camille and Kennerly Kit are musicians. They both play the same musical instrument, the harp. So they are also called the Harp Twins. People love their music, and they play all over the world. In their free time, they do taekwondo and they like swimming. Together, of course.
The Phelps twins.
James and Oliver Phelps are actors, and they are famous as the identical twins in the Harry Potter films. In their free time, they love playing golf and playing video games. They like football, but they don't like the same teams. Oliver is an Aston Villa fan, and James supports Birmingham City.
The Winner twins.
Brittany and Brianna Winner are young writers in their 20s, and they love books. They write books together, and they often talk to school children about writing. In their free time, they also read lots of other books. They like playing games and spending time with their pets.
1.
Gym. Swim. Like.
2.
Do. Go. You.
3.
Play. Game. Watch.
4.
Don't. Does. Love.
5.
Does. Free. Team.
6.
Like. Sing. Time.
Norbert Rosing's photos of animals are famous. His photos are often in the National Geographic magazine or on the website. A lot of his photos are of polar bears in the Arctic. Norbert goes to the Arctic once a year, and he always goes in the summer. He's sometimes there for a few weeks, and sometimes for a few months. He likes the Arctic because there aren't many people, and it's one of the last places in the world with no roads. He usually goes by snowmobile and by boat. Between August and November, you can see polar bears every day. Also, in the summer, the sun shines 24 hours a day in the Arctic, so Norbert can work at night. In fact, he takes the best photos at night. He doesn't often work during the day, so he has a lot of free time. He never sleeps at night, so he sleeps for part of the day. Then he reads a book, plays computer games, or goes for a walk. He's not often bored.
1.
Norbert's photos are often in the National Geographic magazine.
2.
He goes to the Arctic once a year, and he always goes in the summer.
3.
He's sometimes there for a few weeks.
4.
He usually goes by snowmobile and by boat.
5.
He never sleeps at night, so he sleeps for part of the day.
6.
He's not often bored.
I can swim. I can't play tennis. Can you play the guitar? How well can you play?
1.
I can swim well, but I can't dive into water.
2.
How well can you play tennis?
3. Can you cycle up a mountain?
No, I can't.
4. I can play the guitar well and the piano a bit. 5.
How many languages can you speak?
6. I can't speak French, but I can speak Mandarin Chinese a bit. Extreme sports. Lots of people do sport in their free time, but these people do extreme sports. A. Mountain biking.
Perhaps you often go cycling. But can you cycle across the top of a 1,000-metre-high mountain? Professional mountain biker Kenny Belay cycles across South Africa's Table Mountain in this photo. The landscape is just perfect, he says.
B. Cliff diving.
Cliff diving is a very exciting extreme sport. And Maria Paula Quintero is a cliff diver from Colombia. In this photo, she is in a competition in Paris, France. She can jump over 20 meters into the water feet first. Normal divers jump from 10 meters or less, and they jump into the water head first. She can jump from any high place. So why does she cliff dive? It's the feeling in the air that is amazing. It's the best feeling on earth for me, she says.
C. Highlining.
You can highline in lots of different places, but mountains are popular. You put a line between two high places and walk across. In this photo, Andy Lewis walks above a canyon in Utah, US. It's early evening, so he can't see very well. Also, the wind is strong, so Andy can't walk fast. But highlining is a great adventure.
D. Paragliding.
In this photo, Eva Wisniewska flies above the mountains. The weather is sunny and perfect for paragliding. Sometimes, with bad weather, paragliding isn't so relaxing. Extreme paragliders can fly over 3,000 meters high and very long distances, over 300 kilometers.
Hello, Gap Year Volunteer Work. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. I'd like some information about your gap year jobs. I'm a student and I want to travel next year. Do you have any interesting volunteer jobs?
Sure. We have a job for English teachers. Are you good at teaching?
I don't know. I can speak English well, but what other jobs are there?
Can you write? There's an English newspaper in Bolivia. They need journalists, but it's for 18 months.
No, I can't go for 18 months, and I'm not very good at writing. Is there anything else?
Do you like animals?
Yes, I love them.
Well, we have a job in Zambia. It's with lion cubs.
Wow, that sounds interesting. What's the job exactly?
1.
Are you good at writing?
2.
I'm good at writing.
3.
Can you teach?
4.
How well can you teach?
5.
I can't speak English very well.
6.
Do you like animals?
7.
I love animals.
I have a great job because I travel to different countries. I meet new people and visit new places. But I really love traveling because I try lots of different types of food. So when I arrive in a new city, I always eat food at local restaurants and cafes. This evening, I'm in Bangkok in Thailand, and I'm at a restaurant called Nam. The head chef is Pim Teshamon-Vivit. Pim cooks Thai food. She's famous for it. Pim and the other chefs make all the food by hand, and they often serve the food with rice. My favorite Thai dish is Tom Saap. Tom Saap is a type of soup, and it smells and tastes delicious.
One.
Chicken.
2.
Juice.
3.
Cheese.
4.
Orange.
This is kabsa. It's a popular dish in my country and also in other countries like Yemen. You need some chicken, or some people make it with other meat or fish. Cook the chicken with an onion, some salt and pepper, and other spices. You can add some tomatoes as well. We eat it with rice. I put some nuts and raisins on the top, and sometimes some eggs. It tastes delicious.
Ceviche is popular in Peru and also in countries like Chile. It's easy to make. It's fish, but you don't cook it. You put some juice from a lemon on the fish, and this cooks it. Sometimes we eat it with onions and maybe some salad as well. You eat it cold.
Spaghetti bolognese is a famous dish all over the world, but the real bolognese sauce comes from my city of Bologna in Italy. People put different things in the sauce, and every Italian has their favorite recipe. For example, some people use carrots. I don't use any carrots, but you always need some meat and some onions and tomatoes. We don't usually eat it with spaghetti, though we usually have it with a different type of pasta called tagliatelle. You eat it hot, but when we have some left, I eat it cold for lunch the next day.
I'd like to make chicken curry this evening. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, we need some chicken. Can you buy a kilo when you go to the supermarket?
Sure.
And we need some tomatoes.
Right. And we don't have any onions. I'll get some. Do we need any rice?
No, I think there's some rice in the cupboard.
Okay, and I'll buy some oil for cooking. So, we need some chicken, tomatoes, onions, and oil. Anything else?
Top 5 food markets. Food markets are great places to find interesting local food. Here are our top 5 markets from around the world. Deira Waterfront Market, Dubai, UAE.
Deira Market started in 1958 as a fish market, but nowadays it also sells a lot of other fresh food, such as fruit and vegetables. It has more than 800,000 visitors a month, and it's open 24 hours a day.
Chinatown Complex Market and Food Centre, Singapore.
There's a lot of different food here, and there are also some great food stalls upstairs. Go early in the morning and have some tasty noodles for breakfast.
St. Lawrence, Toronto, Canada.
St. Lawrence Food Market in Toronto is 200 years old. The market is very popular with local people. And make sure you try their famous sandwiches. It closes at 5, and there isn't much food left by the end of the day.
Castries Market, St. Lucia.
Naturally, this island in the Caribbean has a market famous for fish and fruit. You can also buy a bottle of the local sauce. It's very hot and spicy.
La Vucciria, Palermo, Italy.
There aren't many markets in the world with live music, but at La Vucciria in Palermo, you can listen to musicians play and eat a slice of delicious pizza.
Hello. Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like some bananas, please.
How many bananas do you want?
6, please.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, I need some rice.
How much rice do you want? A kilo?
Yes, a kilo, please.
Here you go. And what about some of this sauce? It's local.
Yes, okay.
How many do you want?
Just 1 bottle. Oh, actually, 2.
So, that's 6 bananas, a kilo of rice, 2 bottles of sauce. That's gonna be
A guide to taking photos of food. We love to take photos of our food, anytime, anywhere. When we eat out, a photo of a dish has to go on social media. And if we cook a meal at home, we want to share our cooking success. But for many of us, our food photos never look very good. The image is often too dark, too light, or out of focus. Rebecca Hale is someone who knows how to take great food photos. She works for National Geographic, and she says that she sees a lot of bad food photos. She thinks that the reason is because we don't take the time to think about how to get the best shot. Here are some ideas from Rebecca to help you get the perfect food shot.
1. Light. Remember that you need light for any photo. With food, this can be difficult because we usually cook and eat inside. So, for a well-lit photo, you could move the food closer to a window for natural light and turn off the lights inside. 2. Understand your camera. Most people don't use all the technology that modern cameras, including a phone camera, offer. Make sure you learn about everything you can do with your camera, such as making the photo brighter, darker, and in focus. 3. Camera position. People often take snapshots of their food at an angle of 45 degrees, especially when they are sitting at a table. But you don't need to take the photo like this. For example, you can photograph the food from above. It's often much better. 4. Less is more. Don't always put everything into one photo. Move glasses, knives and forks out of the way. Or keep one spoon next to a bowl. With a plate of food, you don't have to show the whole plate. Food photos are better from above than at an angle of 45 degrees. And you don't have to see all the food in the photo.
This is a nice place.
Yes, it's one of my favorite restaurants. They have great food here.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
We're great, thanks.
Great. My name's Arthur, and I'm your waiter today. So here is the menu. Can I get you anything to drink first?
I'd like a bottle of water, please. Sparkling?
Yes, good idea.
1 bottle or 2?
1 between us, thanks.
Okay.
The garlic bread and hummus is really good here.
Yes, it looks good. But I don't want a starter. I'll have a seafood pizza.
Really? Are you sure?
Well, I'd also like a dessert.
Right.
Hi. Here's your water. Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'd like the seafood pizza.
Okay. Good choice.
And I'd like a mushroom and spinach burger.
Okay. Any starters?
No, thanks. We're fine.
Okay. So, 1 seafood pizza and a mushroom and spinach burger.
That was delicious.
Good. Are you ready for dessert?
Actually, I'm full.
Hi. How was that?
Very nice, thanks.
Can I get you anything else? Some dessert?
No, thanks. Could we have the bill, please?
Yes, sure.
I'd like a coffee. I'll have a pizza.
The 2 people in the photo lived in the 6th century. The woman on the right probably died when she was about 30. The man on the left lived longer. He died when he was about 45. Archaeologists found the woman's bones in the 1930s and the man's bones in the mid-80s. Recently, Oscar Nielsen studied their bones and he made these faces. Today, their faces are in a museum, so we can see what people looked like in the past. 1.
The 6th century.
C.
500 to 599.
2.
The 1930s.
A.
1930 to 1939.
3.
The beginning of the 21st century.
B.
2002.
4.
The mid-80s.
E.
1984 to 1986.
5.
The end of the 19th century.
D.
1889 to 1899.
Faces on money. Money can tell us about the people a country thinks are important. Sometimes coins have the heads of kings, queens, or presidents. Banknotes might show famous artists or scientists. Here are 3 of them. 1. The dollar banknote in the USA shows George Washington. Washington was the first president of the United States of America. He was born in 1732 and lived during the American Revolution. He died in 1799, but his face wasn't on the US dollar in the 19th century. Now, his face is on the US $1 note, and it is famous around the world. 2. Frida Kahlo painted and studied art when she was young. On August the 21st, 1929, she married the artist Diego Rivera, and they lived and worked in Mexico City. During the 1930s, they traveled around the world. Their paintings were famous in many countries. Frida and Diego's faces were on the Mexican 500 peso note until the mid-2020s. 3. When South Africa became a new republic in 1961, there weren't any faces on the notes. Instead, there were animals from the country. Today, animals are still on the front of the notes, and the face of Nelson Mandela is on the other side. Mandela was South Africa's president from 1994 to 1999.
1.
Live. Lived.
2.
Paint. Painted.
3.
Like. Liked.
4.
Want. Wanted.
5.
Work. Worked.
6.
Start. Started.
7.
Play. Played.
8.
Visit. Visited.
9.
Travel. Travelled.
This infographic shows that immigrants are very important in the history of the United States. Out of the top 100 U.S. companies, immigrants or the children of immigrants started 45 of them. The colored circles show when they started and their position in the top 100. For example, the 17th largest company in the blue circle is called Kroger. 23-year-old Bernard Kroger was the 5th child of German immigrants. Towards the end of the 19th century in 1883, Bernard opened his first store. By the beginning of the 20th century, he had 40 stores. Around the same time as Kroger in 1885, another immigrant, Alexander Graham Bell, made the first telephone. Graham Bell was from Scotland and set up part of a new successful U.S. company called AT&T. Today, AT&T is the 9th biggest company in the U.S., also in a blue circle. Now let's look at companies in red circles. These are newer companies, and they use a lot of technology. For example, Facebook is at 76. Early on in Facebook's history, the Brazilian Eduardo Saverin started the social media company in 2004 with 4 students, including Mark Zuckerberg. And company number 8 is Amazon. Jeff Bezos started his online selling company in 1994. Bezos was the stepson of an immigrant, Miguel Bezos. Miguel left Cuba for the U.S. when he was 16. He didn't speak English and he didn't have much money. In 1968, Miguel married Jeff's mother and he adopted Jeff as his son. Because of his immigrant stepfather, Jeff Bezos says he learned to be a hard worker.
1.
Bernard Kroger grew up in the U.S.
2.
His parents didn't come from the U.S.
3.
Alexander Graham Bell made the first telephone in 1885.
4.
Eduardo Severin didn't start Facebook on his own.
5.
Miguel Bezos left Cuba for the U.S. when he was 16.
6.
He didn't speak English and he didn't have much money.
Sharing your past. A. In the 17th century, Samuel Pepys wrote the most famous diary in the English language. Pepys wrote about important events in history, the lives of famous people, and about the everyday lives of people in London. Today, the diary is useful for historians because they can learn about the past. B. In the 21st century, people still write diaries. Surveys show that about 30% of 5 to 18-year-olds write a diary, and 37% of 18 to 24-year-olds. However, more of us record and share our lives using digital technology. C. 20 years ago, recording your life with technology was called life logging. Gordon Bell was the first life logger in 2000. He wore a camera around his neck, and the camera took a picture every 30 seconds. In this way, Bell made a digital diary of his life. D. Today, lots of us are life loggers. We take photos of our breakfast, share videos of our pets and friends, and write about what we are doing on social media. In other words, our lives, including our past lives, are everywhere for everyone to see. E. But do we want everyone to see or read about our past? For example, when you apply for a new job, many employers search for your name on the internet. What will they see? Maybe an embarrassing photo of you at a party, or a comment with a strong opinion. F. Of course, you can delete old photos and comments, but it's impossible to delete everything. So, to be safe, think more carefully before you share something online. And if you want your past to be private, maybe you should write by hand using pen and paper.
Conversation 1.
Hi, how was your evening?
It was great, thanks.
Where did you go?
To a new cafe in town. We ate a burger and then walked along the river.
Who were you with?
My brother and his friend from when he was at school.
Conversation 2.
How was your weekend?
Fantastic. My friend had a party at his house. It went well.
Was it his birthday?
No, he passed his university exams, so he was really happy.
That's nice. Were there many people there?
Yes, there were. And I met his family for the first time. It was fun.
Conversation 3. I'm so tired.
Why? What did you do last night?
Not much. I stayed up late and watched a film. It was a bit boring, so I went to bed. But I couldn't sleep for ages. Did you have a good evening?
It was fine. I went to the gym, and then I was in bed by 10.
1,
Fantastic.
2,
It was fun.
3,
Nice.
4,
Boring.
5,
Fine.
6.
It was great.
This is a shepherd from Georgia. Every spring, he takes his sheep into the mountains for new grass. The journey is long. They travel 250 kilometers. At night, it can get very cold. It's also dangerous for the sheep because they are wild animals, like bears. After 10 days, they arrive in the mountains, and the sheep can eat the new grass. A few months later, in the autumn, they start the difficult journey again and return home.
Migrations.
Every year, animals around the world go on long and difficult journeys called migrations. Saiga antelopes live in Central Asia. In the spring, they walk to higher places for food. A male saiga can walk 35 kilometers a day, and it's faster than a female. The journey is more dangerous for a female saiga because she has her calf in the spring. Tree frogs have shorter journeys than other animals. But for a small frog, the journey isn't easier. In spring, it climbs 30 meters down a tree, lays its eggs in water, and then it climbs up the tree. For a tree frog, it's a very difficult journey. Many turtles have longer journeys than other sea animals. For example, the loggerhead turtle leaves the beach as a baby, and it swims around 14,000 kilometers. 15 years later, the female turtle returns to the same beach and lays eggs.
1.
Africa is hotter than Europe.
2.
Australia isn't colder than Antarctica.
Welcome back to my travel podcast. This week, I'm in a desert in northwest Saudi Arabia. It's a region called Al Ola. The fastest way to travel here is by plane, but you can also drive, or take a bus, or even a taxi from the capital city of Riyadh. My first stop is in Hegra. It's the oldest place in this region. All around there are huge rocks with doors. These are tombs from 2,000 years ago. Let's go inside one. Okay, so I left Hegra 30 minutes ago and now here I am in Jabal Aikma. There are a lot of rocks in this place too, but these smaller rocks have writing on them. They call Jabal Aikma the Open Air Library because of these rocks. In the past, travellers walked through this place and they wrote messages on the rocks. It's a bit like walking past lots of ancient text messages. Phew, it's the middle of the afternoon and it's the hottest time of day. Luckily, I'm now at the Al Ula Oasis and it's the coolest place here. In the past, travellers stopped here during their long journey across the desert. They sat under the fruit trees and drank water. And right now, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. In the evening, Elephant Rock is the most popular place at Al Ula. All the tourists come here to watch the sun go down over the desert. Elephant Rock is about 52 meters high, and it looks like an elephant. You get the best view of the sunset from here. It's the perfect end to a perfect day. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Join me again on my next journey.
I want to visit Ireland in July, but I only have 10 days. What are the best places to visit?
Well, Dublin is the most famous city in Ireland, and of course, it's also the most popular with tourists.
But I don't want to see lots of other tourists. What's the most beautiful city?
In my opinion, it's Galway. The city is smaller than Dublin, but it's next to the sea, so there are great views.
How cold is it?
July is the hottest month, so it's okay.
What about transport? What's the best way to travel?
Buses are the cheapest, but I think a car is better than public transport when you are a tourist. With a car, you can stop and see lots of different places on the way.
A journey to Colombia's cities. Many visitors to Colombia spend time in Bogotá, the country's capital city. But Colombia also has some other great cities. Let's visit 4 of them. People in Cali work hard, but they also enjoy their free time. The city is famous for its salsa dancing, so there are lots of concerts and places to dance. You can also take courses in salsa with some of the best dancers in the world. The Festival of Pacific Music and the World Festival of Salsa are always in August and September or October, so these are good times to visit. Cartagena is a port on Colombia's beautiful coast. The city is by the Caribbean Sea, and the food is a fantastic mix of seafood and fresh fruit. Also, Cartagena is one of the friendliest places in the world. Everyone, including waiters in restaurants, shop assistants, taxi drivers, and people walking in the streets, has time for a chat. Medellín is best known for the sculptor and artist Fernando Botero. He was born there, and you can see his huge sculptures of people and animals everywhere in the city. The Botero Plaza is in the centre and has a lot of sculptures by him. You can also walk to other squares to see more. And in the afternoon, when the sun gets very hot, go inside the Museo de Antioquia to see Botero's paintings. For a very different kind of Colombian city, take a 4-day trek to Ciudad Perdida, meaning the Lost City. You walk through rivers and jungle, and after 3 days, you finally climb up 1,241 steps. At the top, you find the stone walls of an ancient city over 1,000 years old and an incredible view over the mountains.
Conversation 1.
Hello. Can I change $100 into euros?
Yes, of course. One moment. $100 is 89 euros.
Okay. Can you give me the euros in 10 euro notes and coins?
Sure. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
Conversation 2.
Would you like to buy this?
Yes, please. And could I have it in a bag, please?
Certainly. It's $12.
Here's my credit card.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can only take cash.
Oh no, I don't have any.
Don't worry, there's a bank with a cash machine around the corner.
Oh, thanks.
Conversation 3.
Oh no! It's $2 for parking. I only have a $10 note.
So what's the problem?
The machine only takes coins. Could I borrow the money?
I'm afraid I don't have any coins. But look, it takes credit cards.
I haven't got a credit card with me.
It's okay, I have.
Great. I can pay you back later.
Don't worry, I can pay. In July, on the island of Bali in Indonesia, you can see colors in the blue sky, such as red, yellow, and black. This is because every year there's a kite festival. Lots of teams from different villages build kites and they compete in the sky. The colorful festival has 3 main types of kites. One type of kite looks like a long bird. Another type of kite often looks like a fish. It's probably the most popular. The third type of kite is similar to a leaf on a tree. Teams can win the competition for the design of their kite and for how long it flies in the sky.
S. Sh. Shirt. Shoes. Shorts. Skirt. Socks. Suit. Sunglasses.
The people in the photo are making bags. They work for Rags to Riches in the Philippines. Reese Fernandez Ruiz started Rags to Riches almost 20 years ago. She wanted to help the environment, so the company reuses old clothes and makes new sustainable products. In addition, Reese wanted to help workers, mainly women, in the Philippines by training them and paying a good salary. Today, Rags to Riches has about 250 workers, and it is training more. Its head office is in Manila, and the online shop sells bags all over the world. The company also works with different fashion designers, such as Rahul Lurel and Amina Aranes Alunan. And, at the moment, it is working with the Swedish furniture company IKEA. It's selling some material from IKEA's shops for people to make their own things for the home. Rags to Riches is a great example of a sustainable business.
Beard, ears, eye, tie, feet, jeans, head, leg, nose, coat, shoes, suit.
So, what type of festivals do you have in your country?
In Peru, we have a lot of festivals. For example, in my hometown of Puno, we have the festival of Virgen de la Candelaria. It's really famous in my country.
Really? What happens?
Well, once a year, thousands of visitors come to the town. There's dancing and lots of music everywhere, and local people wear colorful clothes and costumes.
Costumes? What type of costumes?
It depends. In fact, I've got some photos.
Oh, let's see them.
So, here's a picture of a man. He's wearing a white costume. I like his silver shoes.
Wow, he looks amazing. Has he got a mask in his left hand?
Yes, he has. It's silver, too. Oh, look! Here's another photo of two women at the festival. They're wearing traditional clothes from Bolivia.
From Bolivia?
Yes, Puno is in Peru, but it's also near Bolivia. So the women are wearing traditional hats and colorful skirts from Bolivia.
They look great. What have they got in their hands?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's a flower or something?
Pink and blue. A.
Jong Mae-yoon is a South Korean photographer. When her daughter, Soo-woo, was 5 years old, she loved pink. So her mother photographed Soo-woo in her bedroom with all her possessions. There were plastic toys, animals, dolls, books, clothes, jewelry, makeup, and things for school. And everything was pink.
B.
The photo gave Jong Mae an idea. She asked parents if she could photograph their daughters with their possessions. Many of these girls were like Soo-woo and had lots of pink things. Jong Mae says, "My daughter is not unusual." Most other little girls in the United States and South Korea love pink clothing and toys.
C.
Next, Jong Mae photographed boys in their rooms with their possessions. Every room looked like the others because most of their possessions were blue. She also noticed the difference in the type of objects. The boys' objects were blue toys, like robots, dinosaurs, and superheroes. But girls often liked pink makeup, clothes, or toys for cooking.
D.
Jong Mae's pink and blue photos show how important these two colors are in the lives of young children. Jong Mae thinks children see them on screens and in advertisements, and so parents buy products for children in these colors. For example, superheroes in films wear blue, and dolls like Barbie wear pink. People even wore pink to the recent Barbie film.
E.
The historian, Joe Pauletti, of the University of Maryland, says pink for girls and blue for boys wasn't true in the past. In the 19th century, people wore clothes of different colours. So men also wore pink and women wore blue. And in 1914, one American newspaper even told new mothers to use pink for the boy and blue for the girl. But in the 1950s, this started to change in the United States, and then in other countries. And today, some parents still buy these colours for their children.
Reinier Gerritsen is one of my favourite photographers. He's from the Netherlands, but you can often see his photos around the world, in magazines and sometimes in galleries. I've got some books by him as well. His photos are very interesting. They often show people in their everyday life. This one is on the New York subway. It's early morning, so I think most of the people are travelling to work. They're all standing close together, but they aren't talking to each other. Well, on the right, the man and woman are talking, but the others aren't. The woman in the middle is reading her book, and in front of her, the woman with blonde hair is listening to music. Then the other blonde woman on the left is watching her. I'm not sure what she's thinking, but she looks a bit sad. Oh, and look at the other woman at the back. She's looking straight at the photographer. I take the train to work every day, but I never think about the other people. I like it because I don't normally look at people very closely, but Gerritsen does.
Blonde. Closely. Interesting. Listening. Sometimes.
This photo is in Istanbul, in Turkey. The woman is in an art gallery, but she isn't looking at a painting. She's watching a short video. The video lasts 15 minutes, and then it plays again. The people in the video are at the cinema, and they're watching a film. There's a man standing in the audience, but I don't know why.
The Tallgrass Film Festival. Welcome to the Tallgrass Film Festival in Kansas, US. This year, we are showing more than 180 films from different countries. You can see many different films, including science fiction, animation, and horror. Here are some of the films this year. The Moon and Back. Lydia is sad because her father died a year ago. But one day, she reads her father's idea for a space musical. She decides to make his film with a video camera, a few friends, and no money. Great comedy. Friday Night Blind. It's Friday night at a bowling alley. A group of friends are playing bowls, but they can't see. This documentary follows 3 blind friends as they meet every Friday, bowl, and have fun. Tokyo Cowboy. A Japanese businessman travels from Tokyo to a cattle ranch in the middle of the US. As he goes on his long journey, he learns that people are more important than money. A great story which is funny and serious at the same time.
Hey, Beata.
Hi, Charles. Are you enjoying the festival? I'm going to buy a ticket for the next film. It's called Tokyo Cowboy. Are you going to see it too? It starts in 10 minutes.
No, I'm not. But where are you going to go afterwards? Monica is going to have dinner at a Thai restaurant, so I might go with her. Do you want to come?
Sorry, but I'm not going to stay out late tonight. I'm tired. Oh, I must go. Bye.
Bye. See you later.
1. We're going to see a film at the new cinema. 2.
I'm not going to buy a ticket. It's too expensive.
3. Are you going to buy the tickets online or at the cinema? 4.
Where are you going to sit?
5. I'm not going to watch the film. It starts at midnight. 6.
Where are you going to go after the film?
7. Are they going to meet us in the centre of town? 8.
I'm never going to watch a film by that director again.
1. Two. 3. In a meeting today in New York between the leaders of the USA, China, Russia, France, and the UK, there was discussion about the situation involving 4.
It's 30-15 and it's Djokovic to serve.
Five. 6.
Okay, and now for 2 points. Which American president is on a $1 note?
Oh, George Washington!
Is correct for 2 points.
7.
When you get home after school or work, maybe you turn on the TV to see the news. Or are you more likely to go online to watch your favourite comedy show? The results of a recent survey of people aged 16 to 23, that is, Gen Z, in the US, France, and Brazil, show they don't watch much TV on TV. However, they do watch TV on their devices, such as phones, laptops, and tablets. Now, let's look at the other results in more detail. The survey found that the device Gen Z uses most to watch their favourite shows is their smartphone. In fact, they watch 50% of video on smartphone screens and only 10% on traditional TVs. Now, moving on to the next pie chart, it shows where they watch videos the most, that is, in which room in their house or apartment. It isn't with the rest of the family in the living room. It's on their own, in the bedroom. The next chart has the question, which do you prefer, TV, streaming, or social media? Well, It seems that Gen Z likes watching films and videos on streaming platforms more than on TV. And they also like watching videos on social media. And, as you can see from these last results about the question of what social networks they watch most, YouTube is popular, but with Gen Z, a platform like TikTok is even more popular. No one answered Facebook. So what can we conclude from this? Well, firstly, that traditional TV has no future. Secondly,
Manu Akatsa takes amazing photographs of nature, and he uses social media to share his images. He also travels around Africa to make TV documentaries about animals. Recently, he went to Gabon to film gorillas. He drove for 8 hours, and next he walked for 2 hours into the rainforest to find their home. Then he waited for an hour to see the animals. So you have to be patient. But, as Manu says, when I get to see my work on television, I am so happy. 1.
I'm going to read this book about Zheng Yimou to find out about his life as a director.
2. I'm going to art school to study painting. 3.
I'm going to play this computer game again to reach level 5.
4. I'm going to buy theatre tickets to see a play by Shakespeare. 5.
I'm going to watch these videos to learn how to play the guitar. Nature in art. Many artists paint and use nature in their work, but the results can be very different. Here are 4 artists from different parts of the world. Beatriz Milhazes is a Brazilian artist from Rio de Janeiro. She's famous for her colourful paintings of flowers and interesting shapes. She also makes sculptures with different types of materials. Personally, I like all her work, though I prefer her paintings. Japanese art is famous for landscape paintings. You can often see sea and sky and mountains and trees. Utagawa Hiroshige worked in the 19th century. He died aged 61 in 1858. Today, he's one of Japan's most famous artists, and his beautiful prints sell for thousands of dollars. Zara Al-Ghamdi lives in Jeddah, and she often uses nature in her work. For example, she builds sculptures with sand and rocks. I like this tall sculpture. It's in the middle of the desert, away from the cities. However, I prefer photos of her art on social media because they are easier to see. Vincent van Gogh made 11 paintings of sunflowers. They were his favourite paintings because he loved the colour yellow. I prefer his other paintings, but many people love the sunflower paintings. Nowadays, you see them on cards, postcards, and T-shirts. Van Gogh died with no money, but in 1987, someone bought the last sunflower painting for $49 million.
Conversation 1.
Hi, Adriana. It's Rachel.
Hi. Sorry, but I'm at work. I can't talk now.
I know, but I'm going to the theater tonight. I've got 2 tickets for Phantom of the Opera. My friend works at the theater, and sometimes he gets free tickets.
Great!
So, would you like to come?
Thanks. I'd love to. When is it?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yes. Are you free?
I'm sorry, but I'm working late tonight.
Oh, can't you ask your manager?
I can try.
Okay. Bye.
Conversation 2.
Hello?
Hi, Rachel. It's me again. Do you still have the extra ticket?
Yes. Why? Do you want to go?
Yes. My manager said I can finish early. What time does it start?
At 7:30. So, let's meet at 7 outside the theater.
That's great. See you at 7.
Inviting.
Would you like to come? Are you free? Do you want to go?
Responding to the invitation.
Thanks. I'd love to. I'm sorry, but I'm working late tonight. That's great.
Making arrangements.
What time does it start?
Let's meet at 7.
See you at 7.
1. I'd love to. 2. I'd really like to.
3.
That's great. 4. That sounds fantastic.
When you walk inside this building, it looks like an art gallery. It has bright white walls and the books look like paintings. In fact, this is the Library of Stuttgart in Germany. Some people say that it's one of the most beautiful buildings in the city, and some even think it is one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. There are 5 floors of books on every subject, from history to chemistry or art to economics. If you want a break from reading and learning, there's a cafe, and at the top, you can walk outside onto the roof of the library for a view of the city.
What have we learnt? And what is there still to learn? In recent centuries, scientists have learnt a lot and solved many problems. But there are some things which scientists haven't done yet. 1. Medical science has made many new discoveries. In 1796, the scientist Edward Jenner invented the first vaccination. And now we have vaccinations for many different diseases. We have built machines which can see inside the human body, such as X-ray machines and MRI scanners. Scientists have also helped people with cancer, but they haven't found a cure yet. 2. When it comes to transport and travel, scientists have done many things. On Earth, they have recently created driverless cars. For example, the company AutoX has made driverless taxis. In space, scientists have sent people to the moon, but they haven't invented travel through time. So you can't travel back into the past yet to meet your great-great-grandfather. 3. With over 8 billion people on Earth, food science is very important. Recently, scientists have grown meat in a laboratory. It doesn't come from animals, and it's good for the environment. Some people have already eaten it, and they say it tastes like real meat. But it probably isn't in your supermarket yet.
1.
Have you done your homework?
No, I haven't.
2.
Has Peter finished his exams?
Yes, he's finished all of them, and now he's waiting for his results.
3.
Have you ever studied Arabic?
No, I've never studied Arabic.
Do you always forget names and faces? And how many numbers, such as your PIN numbers, can you remember? Not many? Well, meet Munkshaw Narmandak from Mongolia. She can memorize the order of a deck of cards in 16 seconds. And she can listen to the names of 127 people, look at their faces, and remember every one of them in 15 minutes. Because of her special memory, Munkshaw has won the World Memory Championships twice. She won the competition in 2017 and 2022, and she was the first woman to win. Over 350 people from 30 countries enter every year, and they take 10 different memory tests. What's amazing is that Munkshaw's twin sister, Enkshaw, was also a competitor. She came 5th in the championship. So how can you have a memory like Munkshaw's and Enkshaw's? A lot of memory champions use pictures in their brains to remember a list of new words. Or they chunk lists of information. In other words, they remember long lists of numbers or words by separating them into smaller groups. As for Munkshaw and Enkshaw, their main technique seems to be hard work and practice. For the 6 months before the memory championship, they trained and tested each other every day for 3 hours a day.
Learning profile. Mo Salah.
A.
People who learn to do something well nearly always have good routines and develop learning techniques. We can also learn a lot from them. Take the Egyptian footballer Mo Salah. He's one of the most famous players in the world and has played for top football clubs. As a record goal scorer, he makes the sport look easy.
B.
But Mo's journey from the small village of Nagrig in Egypt to playing internationally and speaking different languages hasn't been easy. When he was just 14, Mo started training with a football team in Cairo. To do this, he travelled for 4.5 hours there, trained for 3 hours, returned home by 10 p.m., ate, slept, and started again 5 days a week.
C.
From this early experience, Mo learnt the importance of daily routine, and it is still a key part of his life. He gets up early in the morning, he trains with the team, and then goes to the gym.
D.
As well as his routine, Mo says, "I'm always trying to learn more." He's played in 4 different countries, and when he went up to Basel, Switzerland, I couldn't understand any language because I couldn't speak English or Swiss German. I started English courses and had some classes to help me communicate. Next, when he moved to Italy, I tried to learn Italian to know the people more.
E.
Like Mo, routines and learning techniques are important for anyone who wants to learn and become better at something. It might be learning a new sport or playing a musical instrument. plan your daily routine. So, for example, you practice for 30 minutes before breakfast or train with a team after school. And use techniques like listening to songs in the language you are trying to learn.
Hello?
Hi, Richard. This is Omar.
Hi, Omar. Are you in Kuala Lumpur?
Yes, I am.
Great. What time is it there?
It's 3 o'clock.
Is that 3 in the morning?
No, in the afternoon. I've just arrived, but my mobile isn't working.
Are you at the training day?
No, it starts tomorrow. I'm calling from a telephone at the hotel.
I see.
So I want to give you the number for my hotel for the next 2 days. It's the Ankasa Hotel.
One moment. I need a pen. Okay. Sorry. Was that the Ankasa Hotel?
No, the Ankasa Hotel. A for apple.
Oh, sorry. Ankasa.
And the number is 0060. That's the country code for Malaysia. 32169 2266.
So that's 603 2169 2266.
That's right.
Is there anything else?
Yes, one thing. Have you sent me the slides for my presentation? Because my email isn't working.
I know. I tried to email them, but the email came back 3 times this morning.
Can you share them online so I can download them later?
Yes, I've done that. They're on our project site.
Oh, great. Thanks. Bye for now.
One. Is that 3 in the morning?
No, in the afternoon.
2.
Was that the Encasa Hotel?
No, the Ankasa Hotel.
3.
Is that E for England?
No, it's A for apple.
And it's wonderful to see so many of you here today for 2 days of training. I'm happy to say there are 102 students here and approximately another 300 watching online with us in different parts of the world. Before the first speaker, I have a few announcements. There has been a change to the schedule. It says Dr. Omar Dudi is going to speak at 3:50, but in fact, it's 20 minutes before that, at 3:30. I can also confirm that lunch is in room A, next to the library. At the end of today, we all meet back here at 6 p.m. for a question and answer session with all the speakers for 1 hour. So please don't go back to your hotel after the last workshop, but come here. And finally, certificates. We send the certificates to you by email about a week after the course. So if we have made a mistake with the spelling of your name, or if we don't have your email, please go to the reception desk as soon as possible and tell them. Welcome back, everyone, to day 2 of our training. I hope you all enjoyed yesterday and you're ready for today. Today, we have a few more students with us online. About 350, I think, so welcome to you all. Before we have the first lecture, I have a few announcements. There has been one change to the schedule. Dr. Jones is going to speak about learning habits at 11 this morning in room F, not 11:15. And yesterday, I forgot to talk about coffee breaks.
So remember that the coffee breaks are in room A. That's the same room as for lunch. And I should add that the breaks are at 10:30 and 3:30. They last approximately 20 minutes, so please don't be late for the lecture afterwards. And finally, at the end of today, there is no question and answer session. The last lecture is in here at 4 o'clock. There is no dinner afterwards, but the university cafe is open until 6 if you would like to eat here before returning to your hotels.
Normally, I go on holiday every year. But this year, I can't afford to. So my VR headset is great. I've just been on holiday on a tropical beach near the sea. I went diving with different animals. I even swam with a dolphin.
We always drive to the same place on holiday in the summer. It's a nice town in the countryside near the mountains, so it's good for walking. But we didn't like the hotel last year. So this year, I visited 3 hotels with my VR headset before we went, and I booked the one I like best.
I have an app with my VR headset where I'm a National Geographic explorer. My favorite is an adventure when I kayak in Antarctica around icebergs, and I take photos of penguins on land. I'll never go to the real Antarctica, and anyway, flying there is bad for the environment, so VR travel is better.
Information for tourists and visitors in Australia. 1. You have to get a holiday visa from the Australian Embassy before you leave. Tourists can stay for a maximum of 3 months. You can't work in Australia without a work visa. You have to get a visa from the Australian Embassy in your country. 2. The currency is Australian dollars. Most shops, hotels and banks prefer credit card payments. 3. English is the national language, but Australia is a multicultural country, so there are many different languages. Most people speak or understand English. 4. The climate is different in different areas of the country. Summers are very hot, and the temperature is often over 40 degrees centigrade. Always use lots of sun cream and wear a hat. 5. Tourists don't have to get a new driving license. But if you stay here for more than 3 months, you have to take an Australian driving test.
1. You have to drive on the left-hand side. 3. Guests have to leave their room before 11 a.m. 4. Guests don't have to pay. 7. Business class passengers don't have to wait. 8. All passengers have to show their passport.
'Hello, and welcome to your weekly travel podcast for independent travellers. With me today is travel writer Jan Lanting. Jan, today I want to start with your advice for travellers this year. Can you give us some suggestions for good places to visit?
Yes. First of all, people often think that independent travel means going to other countries and exotic places, but it doesn't have to. There are probably lots of interesting places you can visit near your home. Last week, I took a short break to a place called Thurleston, here in the UK. It's on the southwest coast.
Oh yes, I've heard of it. How did you travel there?
I took the train and I took my bike. So when I arrived, I could cycle along the coast. The views there are amazing.
Wasn't it cold?
Yes, a bit cold, and it rained, so you should take a coat.
That's true, but some of our listeners would like to see the sun. Where should they go at this time of year?
Thailand is nice and warm at this time of year, so they should take a plane to Bangkok, the capital city, and then go to other places from there.
Sounds great. With a place like Bangkok, should I book accommodation before I go?
Yes, in any big city you should book in advance. But when you travel in the countryside, it's less of a problem. You can normally find a room in a hotel or hostel, or even in people's homes. And you don't always need to book in advance. For the countryside, I recommend visiting northern Thailand and going into the jungle.
The jungle?
That's right. The jungle in northern Thailand has lots of amazing animals and plants.
Should I go with a tour guide?
Yes, I definitely think you should. It's much safer.
Sure. Now, what's our final destination today?
Patagonia. For any listeners to this podcast from the countries of Chile and Argentina, it's the perfect place to visit. I went camping there.
Isn't it cold?
It can be, so if you don't like the cold weather, you shouldn't go between June and August. Also, the days are shorter then, so it's darker. From November to March, the days are longer and it's warmer, so you should go then.
Should I go on my own or take a tour?
The region of Patagonia is huge, so a long tour might be expensive. I think you should take some time to travel on your own, but also take a few short tours now and again. Oh, and definitely take a coat there too. The weather changes all the time. Should tourists wear this?
1.
When many tourists arrive in Hawaii, they are wearing the famous colourful Hawaiian shirt with flowers, fruit and animals on. But should you wear this on holiday? Local people on the islands have worn the shirt since the 1930s. But can anyone dress like a local person? When is it okay to wear something local, and when is it impolite?
2.
A kilt is a traditional and famous type of clothing in Scotland. If you are in Scotland, you might see someone wearing one in the street, but nobody wears them all the time. If you are a tourist, it's fun to try a kilt on, but you shouldn't wear one for the whole holiday. People only wear them for something special, like a wedding.
3.
In India, women might wear a sari, and in Japan, you might see a kimono. They are both traditional types of dresses and famous symbols of their country. As with kilts, you can try wearing one, but normally people only wear them for special events.
4.
Traditionally, women in Indonesia usually wear a kebaya for formal events like weddings. However, in recent years, they have become very fashionable and people are wearing them for work and in their daily life. So, if you're a tourist in Indonesia, it's also okay to buy one and wear it.
5.
As for the Hawaiian aloha shirt, does anyone from the islands actually wear it? Yes, they do. In fact, you see local people wearing it all the time, and especially if you go out in the evening. As one local person says, everyone, from presidents to beach boys, loves aloha shirts. So yes, Hawaii is definitely somewhere that tourists can wear clothes from the local culture. You can go anywhere wearing that.
What are you looking at?
It's a website with ideas for holidays in South America.
Oh, really? That's exciting.
Yes, I've got a month off, so I'm looking at different places.
I went to South America last year. It's an amazing part of the world. I traveled from Rio in Brazil to Buenos Aires in Argentina. You should do that.
But I'm interested in the wildlife, not in the cities.
How about taking a bus tour of the Andes Mountains in Chile? I'm sure the Andes are full of wildlife.
I could go there, but the disadvantage is that a bus tour is with lots of other people. I like traveling on my own.
But the advantage is the transport. Someone organizes it for you.
Maybe you're right.
Can I make a suggestion? If you have a month, why don't you go on a bus tour for 2 weeks and then you could travel on your own afterwards?
Actually, that's a really good idea.
1.
I traveled from Rio in Brazil to Buenos Aires in Argentina. You should do that.
2.
But I'm interested in the wildlife.
3.
How about taking a bus tour of the Andes Mountains in Chile?
4.
The disadvantage is that a bus tour is with lots of other people.
5.
But the advantage is the transport.
6.
Maybe you're right.
7.
Can I make a suggestion?
8.
Actually, that's a really good idea.
Ooh. Ooh.
Bus. But. Love. Book. Could. Should. Cruise. Food. You.
Gordon Hempton is an acoustic explorer. Being an acoustic explorer means he goes to different parts of the earth and records the sounds of nature. Finding these sounds on Earth is a problem because of the sounds of transport and people in towns and cities. In the U.S., Gordon often works in the Olympic National Park in Washington State. It's one of the quietest places in the U.S. He uses a special microphone. It looks like a human head with 2 ears. This means the microphone gets a perfect recording of natural sounds like rain falling or the wind in the trees, or animals such as birds.
A global report. This map of the globe shows the average temperatures for land and sea around the world in January 2023. Key findings. For many parts of the world, it was a warmer month than average. In Norway, it was 1.2 degrees centigrade above average and 1.2 degrees centigrade warmer in New Zealand. North America had its 5th warmest January and Africa its 6th warmest on record. But it wasn't hotter everywhere. In Pakistan and other parts of Asia, the January temperature was below average. In Australia, the temperature was similar to past years, but there was 35% more rainfall. Conclusions. Overall, the average world temperature is going up. Most scientists think it will increase in the future for most countries, but it won't everywhere. In some countries, it will be colder. Also, rainfall will go up in some countries, but won't increase in other places.
1.
I will visit space in my lifetime.
2.
I think I'll learn Spanish.
3.
Will you visit me one day?
4.
The percentage of people in the countryside will decrease.
5.
I don't think there'll be more snow this winter.
6.
It'll rain here tonight.
We often think that humans have been everywhere on the earth. We've walked across deserts, climbed the highest mountains, and been to the bottom of oceans. Is there anything left? Well, if you're an explorer who's looking for new places to explore, here are my top 5 unexplored places. Good luck and enjoy! First of all, there are 2 lakes. The Black Hole of Andros is in the Bahamas in the Atlantic Ocean. The water temperature is 36 degrees Celsius and it's very dark, so it's difficult to see what's in there. And my second lake is Lake Vostok in Antarctica. Lake Vostok is 14,000 square kilometres and very, very cold. Unfortunately, it's been under ice for 15 million years. The ice is 3.7 kilometres deep, so it's impossible to go to the bottom. If you're a climber, there are lots of mountains in the world that nobody has climbed yet. For example, there's Mount Dinpernalison in the east of the Himalayan mountains. It's 6,135 metres high. Or you could explore the Meramay Mountains in Guyana in South America. To get to the mountains, you travel up the Mazaruni River, which is 500 kilometres long, so you need to like boats as well as climbing. And finally, there are also the Foja Mountains in a forest of Papua on the island of New Guinea. The forest is 8,100 square kilometres, and the bad news is there aren't any detailed maps of the region. Maybe you can make a better map while you're there.
How do you find an Earth twin? A. For thousands of years, humans have explored the Earth. Now, astronomers are exploring space, looking for new planets. Some astronomers want to find planets which are similar to our Earth. Munazza Alum is one example. Munazza is an astronomer and National Geographic explorer. I study exoplanets or planets outside the solar system. B. Astronomers, like Munazza, start looking for an exoplanet by looking at stars in other solar systems. In the same way that our Earth orbits a star, the Sun, stars in other solar systems also have planets around them. Once astronomers have found a planet near its Sun, they measure the distance between the planet and the Sun. That's because we need to find planets that are not too near to its star, like our Earth. If a planet is too near to a star, it's too hot. C. When the astronomers find a planet in a safe position, they study the surface. Munazza says, "We've discovered icy worlds, rocky worlds, and we've even discovered that some exoplanets have atmospheres like our own Earth." An exoplanet for human life will need 3 things: water, air, and rock. Firstly, water is important, because if humans go there, they will need water to drink and to grow plants. If you can grow plants, then the plants can produce air for humans to breathe. D. In recent years, astronomers have found a few planets that are similar to Earth. For example, Proxima Centauri b is the nearest exoplanet to the Earth. Like Earth, there is rock on Proxima Centauri b, and it's also a safe distance from its star. Unlike Earth, it takes 11.2 days to orbit it. E. As Munazza concludes, "It is my goal to find an Earth twin exoplanet. We don't know what an Earth twin will look like, but we hope that such a planet may be the type of planet that will allow us to walk around in a t-shirt on its surface."
Good morning, and thank you for coming. My name's Bruno, and I'm from Brazil. Today, I'd like to talk about an important day in the year called Earth Day. First of all, let me tell you about the history of Earth Day. It began on April 22nd in 1970. Over 20 million people went to Earth Day in different cities across the US in that first year. There were politicians, teachers, artists, and musicians. Since that first day in 1970, Earth Day has become famous all over the world. Nowadays, more than 1 billion people in 190 countries do something on Earth Day. In India, some people wear green for the day. In Sydney, Australia, there are nature walks around the city. And finally, this year, in my city of São Paulo in Brazil, we planted trees in a park and there was music and storytelling. In conclusion, I really think Earth Day is important. Next year, I hope you will do something on Earth Day. Thank you very much for listening.
1.
Good morning, and thank you for coming.
2.
Today, I'd like to talk about the history of my school.
3.
First of all, let me tell you about my company.
4.
In conclusion, I think parks are important.